All right, great day, everyone. I hope you had an amazing Thanksgiving. All right, we are right at 8:15 today. All right, we're going to start off with the cover of The Economist. MAGA's AI split. What will China dominate next? They've got red pills. They have robots. They have cars coming out of production. Looks like a taxi, like a robo-taxi maybe, on the Great Wall of China. But it's a production wall. It is not a regular wall. The regular wall of China, right? Great day, Frank. It's bright red. Is this showing us that we are at the high and we're going to have a 1 week down, up, down, down into the end of the year? Is this, yeah, it's Black Friday. Black Friday. A dispatch from Iran rethinking cholesterol. Yeah, your brain's all fat. Cholesterol could be good for you. What? It could stop dementia. What? Oh, yeah. There's a reason why they say have all those fats. All right, Ukraine ambush averted. I'm not a doctor, by the way, just doing research about the brain. It's fat. That's all. All right. So, very, very interesting cover. Looks like we're going to be keeping our eyes on China. We did have this drop before. Then we have anything goes America. Everything goes into the Making America Great Again hat. Gold. We called out gold, or I should say I called out gold last week. Gold and silver. Oh, yeah. Let's do it. Let's look at gold and silver. Are we hitting new highs? What? I don't think we are for gold. But I could be wrong. No, we're not for gold. But wait a second. Silver short squeeze is on. Do you own silver coins? Because soon enough, it's going to be very, 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 very hard to get them. They're running out of supply in London. They're running out of supply in China. So silver is being consumed and purchased faster than production. So that's where the price is going up. This typically tends to happen as well near the, you can see the last big sort of bull run here was at a contract rollover date. Well, guess what? We had this happen, contract rollover date, boom. We're heading to new highs. I think personally, definitely up to 60, maybe even further, maybe a good 10-point move from right here. So yeah, 61. I'm going to say 61 is my next target for silver futures. In the shorter term, we could have a major short squeeze there. Also, we'll talk about PSQ, we'll talk about QQQ later. I will demonstrate Moby tick for you guys. I'm going to put this link in the chat already. Oh, look, there you go. It came up as well. But Moby tick does have a 50% off your first month with the Moby BF. You can head on through right on over here. The link right there to get yourselves and me extra benefits. My buddy Dave set this up. We're going to be doing webinars once a month live. So make sure, I think the next one's going to be December 23rd, right before Christmas. Great thing to check out. Amazing software. I'm going to show you the biggest potential trade we have coming. All right, let's get the limit set up. This song is a bit somber. 679 bull week before the holidays. 247.30 and 474.35. All right. Hope everybody had a great day off. Great Thanksgiving. All right. If you have a stock or crypto you would like to see me review, put it in the chat. You know the routine, I believe. If you don't know the routine and you're brand new, welcome. I feel like my printer's about to print it. Hey, Shovel. All right, my Twitter's a little slow. All right, let's pin this up here. Pin. Also, physical metal or bust, that's right. However, the miners become more valuable, right? As we see that silver goes up, it becomes more profitable to mine. Their profit margin is greater, right? Because the expense of mining becomes less than the profits. So those miners tend to actually really skyrocket and exponentially. All right, so we've posted out, no, I haven't posted out the limits. Let me do that. All right, let's get the stock market limit here. Boom. I do this every trading day. Done. All right, let's check out Forex Factory for our announcements for today. Let me check something over here. All right, we're good there. All right, not the 25th, not there. Today, what do we have for USA? Nada, nothing, right? Nothing going on. Let's check our fear and greed. We're at 19. All right, we're gonna have a bigger impulse move. New move today. Let's go to our crypto fear and greed. A 2. All right. There we go. Now, what is moving? Nvda, Microsoft, some of the majors are definitely positioning, I'm seeing. Only if paid in metal, otherwise no, because it's still fiat inherent value of 0. I beg to differ. I beg to differ on that. There is always use function to it, Ranger, in my opinion, right? Another rule here, I have an opinion, you have an opinion. I can respect your opinion, but I can agree to disagree, right? So, in my opinion, I think otherwise, because it has use function, and that use function has value. So, it has more value than, say, to me, something like Bitcoin. Not so much. I'm not a believer of buying into digital files as a resolution for the financial system of the world. I'm not a fan. All right, 30.05 here. All right, we've got SMX, big mover, super crazy low float. Security matters. So Dubai's gold market reset is underway and SMX technology is driving it. All right, this is 826K. There are no options. This is getting an orange. When it is less than 100 million, it gets an orange. Or less than 1 million, sorry. It gets an orange. This has had 2 splits here. Let's see, what's the split on this one? 91 for 1,000, and then 1 for 8. So these have had 2 reverse splits, which is why it looks crazy like this. Look at actually 4. So where is the big money since the last earnings over here? It is down below at $9.84, right? So right now, there's a lot of talk of the banks going completely digital. Here's something that you can think of. Okay, so I'm going to turn down the music quick. If you look, as an example, can you guys see this? Put it right here. If you guys look, I'm putting it on my head so that it doesn't blend into the background. No, trying to do it this way so you can see it. Okay, along the bottom here, you have your serial numbers, right? Serial numbers that get put into the financial system, right? Each piece of currency right here has a serial number on it. This one too, on the dollar right here, right? So these are all accounted for. The financial system runs on numbers. Computers, programming zeros and ones. These pieces of currency are something that has an allocation number to it. Bonds, allocation numbers. Stocks, CUSIP numbers. Passports, numbers. They run on numbers. So when you have a Bitcoin, where is that allocation number? It's simply a digital file. It's not actually tracked into the system and given that number. So as much as there can be another computer system network loop that has its own computer files associated with it, it doesn't have the allocation number. And so that allocation number is not really in the financial system. You take your money out, you buy Tether, who's now saying, Tether is saying buy gold and silver, right? They posted that out on Twitter yesterday. I was like, oh my gosh, they're saying they're taking the US dollars that people buy the Tether with, and they're buying gold and silver. Why not just take your US dollars and buy gold and silver instead of putting it to crypt or dead money, right? Because it doesn't have an allocation number. Therefore, it's dead money. It's not real money with an allocation number. So it's not within the financial system. So you have the financial system here, and over here in another separate loop, you have the crypto systems, the crypto system of Bitcoin, the crypto system of Ethereum, the crypto system of XRP, crypto system of Stellar. You have them all on the outside of the global system. Does that make sense? Yes. See, there you go, Ranger. Ranger is saying state I'm in is rolling back regulations on metal quickly. They want us to pay taxes in metals. So they're going to have an incentivize it more than dollars. Yes. Because over the test of time, metals have always held value. They're useful. A Bitcoin is only useful. What happened if all of the computer networks crashed for a week? How are you going to pay? How are you going to pay without technology? Everybody takes technology for granted. But if you go back to the basis, if all of technology crashed, how are you going to pay? Are you going to pay with a credit card? No, it's not going to work. Are you going to pay with Bitcoin? No, it's not going to work. Can you pay with dollars, coins? Yes. You can. Nobody thought that the world would shut down. COVID made it happen. Could there be a massive cut of the internet lines in the ocean of the lines that go across that connect the world via internet? Yeah, Ranger. Yeah, exactly. And everything is always based back to the dollar, and all of the currencies are based basically off of the majority of the dollar, and commodities are priced in the dollar, still because of the Bretton Woods. So if you look at all of that, why would you invest in digital files? Digital files under the software program of Bitcoin, digital files under the software program of Ethereum, digital files under the software program of Stellar. Just because the government says it's good for you, these little things that they recommended that caused all the heart attacks, just because they say it's good for you and it's the best thing to do, are you going to listen? People tell you to go jump off a cliff. Are you going to listen? Or are you going to think, look back, reflect, and think logically and make a good decision? If Kramer says, go and buy Bitcoin, this is the way of the future, you're going to really think twice, because now Kramer's performance has been pretty much spot on off. Because he's an advertiser to get people to do what the big guys would like so they can make their positions. My opinion, do with it what you will. All right, let's get back into it. Sorry, I got off topic, but yes. That's my opinion on it all. I don't even know how I got there. But SMX, I don't know, maybe the security thing threw me for a loop. I don't know. Any event, let's also look at Tsla. I totally got off topic, and it's okay. It was meant to happen that way. Meant for me to share that today. Anybody doing any crazy Black Friday shopping? Stocks aren't on Black Friday sale. They are not. AMD for Roger here. We're going to do the silver stocks as well. I'm going to, when we do our short volumes, I'm going to look at silver stocks as well. Exactly. All of the cryptos are computer platforms. You got it, nail on the head. Boom. Anything that is digital is a computer program. You got it. What can happen to that computer program? Is it resistant 100% to hacking? Who actually, what if there is this so-called story that there's this so-called story that a person named Santoshi, whatever, made it up. Why isn't it a real person? It's like the Wizard of Oz. We just saw Wicked. So that's where it came into my brain. The Wizard of Oz is saying, it's all smoke and mirrors, right? It was a man behind the screen. So they can easily say, oh yeah, this is Santoshi is the man that did it. Is that the truth? Yes. Ranger is saying it's amazing that we can actually still exchange fiat for the metals. I agree. Because we are in a time where people can choose. People can choose computer software. I'm going to start calling it computer software. People can choose computer software files, or they can choose something physical. Where's my... I'm looking for my silver coin over here. Here it is. Silver coin. So, if you have a silver coin, or copper coin, copper as well. You know, copper has gone from $3 to $5. That is a massive move. We'll look at the copper futures. But 3 to 5, that's 66% in like 2 years. Silver went from 18 to 54. I was trying to get everybody to buy it back then. Yeah, part 2 was good. I hadn't seen 1, so it was pretty good. I went with my kiddos. It was kind of like a kids thing that we all went all together, the moms, right, with the kiddos. All right, Baba pulling back as well. Let's look at Apple. I feel like Apple. Oh, that was a custom made one. That was a custom coin. For a trading group, actually. Pretty cool. All right, Baba Big Money is, let's put it over here, at 157.50. 157.70. Totally said the wrong number there. I apologize. Totally said the wrong number. Interesting that their shares float is not available. I want to say it's 2.8 billion. I'll put it at 2.8. All right, let's check out Apple. I feel like Apple's going to have a bigger move. Yeah, I'm putting Apple down below. Apple is clear. Also did some longer term. So I'm going to be starting as long as they like it over at Trade the Pool. I'm going to be bringing an afternoon swing trading stream to them. Also, if you guys follow me, I will not be live on Monday. Family obligation. So I will not be live on Monday. But I should be live on Tuesday. So know that in advance. All right, let me tweet out what we are covering. If you have any other stock or Delta, there we go. Perfect. Anything else that you would like me to review, put it in the chat. We will check it out. Let me bring it back over here. All right, so we had this super interesting Economist cover. I'll put that up while I'm posting. That we see that they are talking about China. Okay, Nvda, BMNR. We're going to go over SMX, Tesla, AMD, Apple, AU, GFI, Oracle, BABA. Did I already put Apple in there? I did. Oracle. We're going to do PAAS. And we're also going to do PSLV, SLV, CDE, BTE, DAL. Any other stocks or cryptos? Let me know. I will post it up. We'll bring some other peeps over. Let's talk all together. This is my opinion. You can have an awesome opinion that's different as well. And I'm totally okay to hearing your perspective. Bring it. Let's talk about it. Let's bring it out to the table. Let's all see different trade opportunities. That's what this is about. It's not just mine. These are mine that I'm looking at for the day. And longer term swing trades, some of them. All right. Okay, so interesting cover. It's red. Are they setting us up for a red week next week, right? Is this America's going to be holding the bag? It just clicked like a bag holder full of money. Are the American traders going to be the bag holders? You know what, Ranger? I try to keep this all professional. We're going to leave it at that. Okay, so let's get into the crypto space. If you have never seen me before, I have been in the trading world since 2000. I had my Series 7. I was a registered sales assistant to 4 different brokers. I had my first layoff and left the market, went to culinary school in Europe, and then moved back to the States, ended up getting laid off again from my job, 8 months pregnant, and came back to the day trading world. So day trading, swing trading experience, also have done CMT studies, so chartered market technician. This is my own personal opinion. Varying degrees of risk with all trading instruments. No past performance indicative of future performance. Disclaimer done. Bring all your questions. Let's talk about it. All right, so what do I look at? I'm looking at that really big money of the stock market to see where is that big money positioned. You can use just this point of control. In fact, if you come on over to carpayprofit.com, you will see my educational website, courses, everything like that. Awesome, William. Let's look at it. Let's put IAG on as well. Right here, how to trade like a billionaire, how to track all of this stuff that I'm talking about on the charts. Right here, there is that book link. Or if you go to carpayprofit.com, then you will see how we're doing everything that we're setting up right now. Also, we're going to talk about Moby Tick, where I have the most amazing trade idea that's going to pay for subscriptions. You're going to see it, you're going to understand it, you're going to be able to profit from it today. And you probably want to sign up for a 50% off month because this one trade idea could pay for that 50% month and you'll be happy with it. So if you profit from this one trade idea today, you probably want to check out the software here. And I'll repost that software link at the end as well. All right. So where is the big money on Bitcoin? Since October, big money is at 110,924. You know, they sold it. Hey, I was talking about them selling it. How about Ethereum? Yeah, they sold Ethereum at 38.70 over here. Was talking about it back in October. XRP, they sold XRP as well, right here, 241.05. They sold XLM, right here, 324281. Yep, they sold it. Doge, did they sell it? Yep, they sold it. 0.19444. Solana, did they sell it? Ooh, look at that. We see that they just moved the Solana point of control to 142.14. This could be a continuation move, or this could be the bottom. Hello, continuation move, maybe. This could be a sell the bounce, or it could be a move to the upside. All right, that's interesting to see. All right, Zcash. This one is from big money from Gary the Numbers Guy. They moved their point of control over here too. 515.42. Looks like they have sold now on Zcash. Before, this was the only one that they had bought. All right, let's get into it. Let's look at day trade ideas. Now for day trade ideas, I am not looking at that 24-hour chart. I am looking at the 15-minute chart. I'm looking to see what happened today for today's trading day. Let's make it easier for ourselves, right? If we have a line in the sand, a particular line, if the price goes up, whoop, they're buying. If the price goes down from where that big money is, whoop, they're selling. You like the sound effects? I do. All right, so that's the yellow and red right here. That would be 91,572.37. Okay, let's see a good day trade. I'd somewhat set it up already. So potential short, 91,100 for short. Big money is at 91,572. Potential day trade above 92,000 right there for Bitcoin. Let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum. All right, let's bring it on up here. Ethereum. Let's do 80. 3080 here. And 30, nope, we gotta go below here. Let's go all the way down here. I don't wanna have any hiccups there. All right, so potential short below 29.90, potential long above 30.80. Big money is at 30.10 and 95 cents. So we wanna get outside of these Camarillas and pivots, the bigger bulk of the volume, for a higher probability trade. XRP, where are we? XRP, right here. Let me move my lines over here. XRP, we have some consolidation movement right here. The 33 exponential, it has not been able to break above it. We see some selling wicks. Let's put it up above 224 here for a potential long trade. Potential short trade below 218. All right, let's review that. Potential short below 218. It looks like Zcash is over. Yes, you. Or yo-yo. Yo-yo. And big money's at 219.74. Now, you know what? On Zcash, they could be reloading. They could take it lower, fake people out to sell so they can buy up all those shares and take it higher. So be careful also on Zcash. Right now, it does look like they're selling. Just extra cautious. All right, let's move on to XLM. All right, XLM, similar to XRP, consolidation, consolidation, consolidation. Further away from the 33 exponential over here. All right, big money is up high. They sold early this morning on XLM. So we got to go above that. We got to go above. Let's put this, if I go, no, I got to go there. Yeah, let's see. Yep, that works. That works. All right. Or below over here. Okay. 0.253 and 0.262 for XLM. Big money is at 0.261487. Right now, it looks like they sold at the top of the day range. Let's go to Doge. Doge, similar pattern to XLM, XRP. They're all looking quite similar, right? When you start to see those chart patterns. All right, there we have a long setup. Okay, so for Doge, potential short below 0.14985, potential long above 0.5364. Big money is at 0.15078. All right, let's go to Solana. Ooh, they moved the position on Solana. Solana sun. Okay, so the big money just moved it yesterday. They just moved their position. Maybe they're going to rock it up to 153, a nice $10 move here. Let's put it up above 143.50. That would be a nice dollar move there to the upside, right? You've got about dollar moves to the upside right there. Big money for the moment is at 139.55. I would say right here at 139, but we've got this Camarilla 425. So let's go just below over here. 138. Can I go 88? 70. Can I go 75? We're going 138.75. 138.75 and 143.50. Big money is at 139.55. Oops. 55 on the intraday. We are bullish on the daily over here. We are above that big money level of 142.14. Solana. Hey, it's all dead money to me. It's in the crypt. All right, so Zcash right here. We do have this wedge that has been forming. This is pretty much right at that apex right there. We could actually, if we were to tighten it even more, pretty much, yeah. I'll put it right here. Leave it back the way it was. And so they could be dropping it to buy more. If we go above 540, 550, above 550 with this new positioning, it's a bull move up, next leg up to like at least 1100. If we continue down, likely move down to 236 down here. All right, so this could be buying more or it could be selling. Right now it's the first day. When they're done, when they're done positioning, that is when they move it. In the meantime, they can be positioning, getting greedy, taking it lower to buy more, which we're also going to talk about the Qs and PSQ. We are going to have a major move on the NASDAQ. I'm calling it out. I'm not sure which direction just yet. It's looking bullish. Today, I'm going to say it's probably a bullish trade, but if it turns bearish, get ready to flip your position. It's going to get ugly in the market. All right, 472.49 for the day trade there on Zcash. All right, let me post this out here. Boom. Done right there. Okay, let's bring it on over. Any other stocks or cryptos you'd like to see, put it in the chat. We got BTEDALIAG. Let's bring it over to Nvda. Start out with a big guy. Ugly. Yeah, it's going to get ugly. Or it's going to be like rise and shine, brand new highs. People are going to be mind blown with the speed with which it will move up. In my opinion, that's what I think. But we will take it and we'll check it out. We do have Nvda that is down below all the big money. That's leading me to believe they want to sell the NASDAQ, right? But 180.14 here. Since earnings, let's also look at the daily short volumes, right? Okay, so for Nvda, daily short volume is 47%. Let's look at BMNR, 31%. Let's look at SMX, 59%. Throw in a little southern accent. Yeehaw, 51% there for Tesla. AMD, 44%. All right, let's also look at BTE, in case you guys want to go long. 37% DAL, 48% IAG, 32% PSLV, 36% SLV, 68% short. Oh yeah, squeeze potential on SLV. PAAS, I love to see it above 55%. Squeeze potential on PAAS. PAAS, that's, yeah, I did that, 55%. I want CDE. CDE, core. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Shorts are getting loaded with the new highs. This should be interesting. All right, let's also look at IAG. Oh, we did IAG. Was there something else I wanted to check out? I don't know. Yes, we're going to check it out. We are checking it out. It's coming up next. Let me put in the Nvda levels. We can look at it. Not a problem. 181.12 there. Let's do BMNR. You're 100% on Nvidia, so I'm holding it long. Tried CoreWeave and Intel, but got stopped out. All right, cool. SMX, new high of day. All right, we'll check it out. We'll check it out. It's super, super low float, so be extra, extra cautious. That's why I have orange. It's less than 1 million. That means be extra careful. It is a life-changing stock. Either amazing ways or scary ways if you are not prepared. All right, so BMNR, 32.50 and 33.50. Let's bring it on over to SMX. William was reminding us, new highs. Yep. I'm looking for a 50-10 stop. I think that's where it's personally going to stop today. Why? Because I have my 33 exponential there. And 50 is a number that's going to stick in people's brains. So where is the big money? Down below at 984. We had 59% short. I need to put 984 there. I didn't put that there. 984. Perfect. All right, so let's make this a green. Now remember, this is the type of stock that is going to halt on you because it can move so fast in a short time frame. I have it on a 2-minute chart. Let's expand this, right? 2-minute chart. Let's look at this just for today. Big money is at 33.11 right now. If we go below, over here, this is 70% volume. 30, there's a good chance for this to move back down. Above 39, this, I believe, could head to 50 fairly quickly, especially when the market is open. Right now, it's pre-market. It's the lower cap traders that are trying to capitalize on this move. This line right here, it tells you how to put that line on your chart right here, and it will move for you in real time. So we see that it was back here. They sold at 32, sold. Oh, look, they bought at the 161 on the 2-minute chart and at that 200. All right, cool. So where's our risk? Well, our risk is back down here to 33. So that is $3 at the moment, right? Back, $4 back. So $4 for up to 50. Are you willing to risk 4 to make 11? That's the way I would look at it. If you are, you could buy in now. Then when it breaks out to 39, be extra careful. These, in my opinion, you would want to give more wiggle room because they are so volatile. You need to have a bigger stop because it moves very, very quickly. This one is going to run like crazy, and then drop like crazy. So you have to have very quick decision skills to get in and out. No overthinking. Hey, am I above this big money? Yes. If I see this big money move up here, I get out. Done. Right? If it's continuing to move up as it's moving up, all right, great. A potential for that to continue to squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Thank you, William, for recognizing that high. Glad to talk about it. Target for me, like I said, is going to be $50 over here, this $50 range. If it breaks the $50 range, going to be looking at the 64.90, 60, I would say $60 range, 62.50. Close this gap up to here. 67 maybe tops as the high of the day. But first stop is going to be 50, likely a retracement back down to say the 35 area, and then up to 67. That's what I would look for today in trading this, and I would be super, super cautious. We can see that the money started to flow in down here, and slowly this is ready for a bigger pop, bigger move yesterday, big volume, once it broke above the 984 level. And now, if we also see this move up, it's done. The run is done. All right. So I would personally, if I was to trade it on a 2-minute chart. I'd have this volume point of control line on here. I would watch it. Right now it's below us. You got the big monies, the billionaires, that big wallet behind you. That wallet's got your back. If that wallet becomes in front of you, you're going to lose. All right. That's the way I look at it. Let's look at Tesla. You got it, Frank. We will add CRW on here. WV. Outside of earnings? Are you talking about before earnings? I'm not sure what you mean by that question. So Frank brought a question to the table if you can't see it. Do you ever look at pre-market action outside of earnings? I look at pre-market action every day. That's what I'm looking at right here. Is pre-market action on Tesla on this right screen. So I'm definitely looking at it every day. So that's why I'm a little confused because I'm not sure what your question comes from. I look at it every day. I look at 24-hour chart and 5-minute chart. Was there some other way that you wanted to rephrase that? Is the volume point of control available on TOS at Schwab? Does anyone know? You could ask them. I'm not sure. You could. This is also, that volume point of control is also a histogram type setting that, look, Roger, they sold AMD here. At 27.19 for the day right now. 215.80 would be that potential short level, Roger. If it breaks that below 215. So basically it's a histogram type setting. I erase the histogram and I use just that volume point of control. I don't really care whether I do have the outlying 70% of the volume is here, 216.25. Okay, it broke. We got to go below down to 215. Thank you. That level is no longer valid. Let's just take that 8 off. It's likely going to fill it down to 215. So these green lines are the 70% bell curve for that histogram. I just don't have the histogram on the chart. I make it a little bit easier to read. Okay, AU. Also, if you guys like the live stream, hit the like, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'm pretty much here every day at 8:15 in the morning, except for like Monday, I have a family event going on. Someone's having surgery, and so I need to be there. Otherwise, I'm always here. So I love the market. I have a passion for it. I love helping others. And there's nothing better than hearing success stories like Roger's success, learning how to respect the levels and profit pretty consistently, right, Roger? Roger's been how many years now, Roger? 25 years? So for AU, this had a massive drop down. I would say below $83 or $84.50. Now, also, if you're new, these are in general gapping up stocks and dropping stocks. I do trade setups either direction because they could move either way. I'm not going to say, oh, because it's moving up, it has to move up. No. Look, we can see GFI has a strong resistance right here from the past. And we've got the support of the moving average right there. Where do we think that this is really going to go? Well, we could say likely above. We can put it right here. Let's put it 42.23 or below over here, 41.60. 41.60, 42.23. We have big money below us on both of those golds. So those look like they're in retracement mode for a bigger move up, right? How about Oracle? Oracle rocked it yesterday, maybe retracing a bit today. Ooh. Why is it not? Oh, because I have my lines up here. There we go. We bounced off with the 425. I don't see that big money has bought in just yet. Major drop down over here since last earnings. This is the earnings prior. 5 years. I started respecting the levels 2 years ago. I'm hard-headed. You learned. You just got tired of losing. And you went, you know what? I need to just start winning. I'm worth it. Right? Okay. Alrighty. It's all up to you how you want to respect the big money. You can be stubborn, but it's not going to end up well. Roger's got a testament to that, right, Roger? You can stay stuck. It's just how long are you going to be happy with losing? All right, so big money is above us on Oracle, 198 for potential short, 201 for potential long. Let's go to Baba. Baba. Ba 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 ba, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes sir, 3 bags full. 3 bags or 5 bags? I forget the nursery rhyme. 156.55 or below over here 155. Big money is at 155.50 on the intraday. Let's go to Apple. All right. Let's do our extras. 278.80. 278. 278. I'm going to go 35, but it's not a very good level. 278.35, 278.80. Big money is below on Apple. I like it. Look at all these quarters. All the quarters are below us. New highs, blue skies. All right, let's go to BTE. And here's the thing. Everybody in trading wants to be like, I'm the best trader. I'll never lose. Oh, yeah. Let's look at it. Let's look at it. William's bringing up SMX. Thank you, William. Let's look at it. All right. Back down to that point of control. Did it move? Did it move? Yep. 33.37. Good call, William. Good call again. Let's bring it up to a 2 minute. Yep. 33.37. They dropped it below 31. And now, let's expand it. Zoom in. Oh, let's see. 33.37. There you go. Still big money right there. They sold some up here, brought it back down. You can see a lot of big money coming into it, right? Big volume still. Big buying wick. No wonder, right? Buying wick right off of that level. Okay, hold on. Let's see. It's teeter-tottering. You see it bounce around. Let's see if it drops below. Are people selling it here or buying it? Okay. Oh. Big money level right there, 33.37. It's holding. Are they selling? Nobody, right now they're positioning because it's not moving. They're positioning. Getting in or getting out? I would wait a 2-minute candle for definitive entrance. Looks like they are going to take it down to that $30 mark now. Oh, they're positioning. Somebody's buying, holding it right there. There's a battle between the buyers and the sellers. Battle. Oh, they bought it back up to 33. All right, I feel like a sports announcer. Okay, let's go back to BTE. Did we do BTE? No. BTE, not a lot of volume. Let's throw on a point of control over here. 316. If this goes below 316, 315, 312. If it goes below 312 or above over here, 326 for a potential long trade. Let's look at Delta. Delta Airlines, clear for takeoff. Above big money, moving higher. Not a lot of volume this morning, so we're going to go back to yesterday. 64.27, so it's still below. It's pretty much at close from yesterday. So I'd say up above 65.02 for a nice clear long trade. No stopping it up to 65.76. Let it get out of the traffic zone, speed bumps. Otherwise, I would say a short below 63.50. 63.50 and 65.02. Let's go to IAG. IAG breaking out. Very nice, very nice. All right, similar thing. We don't have a lot of volume yet for today. Big money is at 15.13. I'd go above 15.51 for a long trade or a potential short trade below 15.10. All right, let's do CRWV. I don't like this song. CRWV. We have more volume today. We can advance this. 75.80 or below 74.50. Coin, if I have time. Yeah, let's do, we can do coin and MicroStrategy quick. Terry's asking for coin. Coin is up above the big money levels over here. About to hit the 15 EMA. That tends to be a resistance spot. So let's put it up above 275. Let's make this a 5-minute chart. 275 there or below 270.50. Howdy. Thank you, fishing dear. All right, let's look at PSLV. The silvers are breaking it out. Let's see what silver's doing as well as we talk about 55. Yee-haw, brand new highs. Love it. Oh, yeah. I'm a silver girl. You know, I've always been a silver girl. Supposedly in my sleep, I had a dream and I woke up out of my sleep and I said, don't forget the silver bears. Maybe I knew silver. Maybe that was a message, right? Maybe I knew silver was going to potentially squeeze like crazy, going to triple digits. I believe it will be triple digits, 4 digits, and those people that didn't get in at $18 will be going, why didn't I just buy some? Why didn't I just put, buy like $100 worth? Then it'd be worth $5,000. When it hits $1,000, $500. But, hindsight's 20/20 for people. They don't always want to hear it or see it. Okay, SLV 49.40. Big short volume on SLV. Big short volume on PAAS. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, it's so beautiful. All right, where's my red line? That's 16.50. I got in way back there. We could put it here. 42.50 or 44.04. $44.04 and 42.50. All right, let's get into the indexes, and then we're going to trade. Have an amazing day. Shorter trading day today. This week tends to be bullish. It has performed that for sure. Looks like a bit of a head and shoulders setup. If we don't break above 478, watch out for a potential bigger move down. However, we also need to look at PSQ. I'm not going to ignore PSQ. Don't you worry. 476.50 for the Dow and 474.50. All right, green on the Russell according to Big Money. Do not deny it. Big money on the Russell as well. The Dow, the Russell, the Qs, they're all below us. The billions have been bought, and we are moving higher. I'm going 246.50 because there's too many little issues down there. Escape, 246.50, 248.50. Oh, look, PSLV moving on up to the profits. Oh, yeah. QQQ. And now is my time to bring in Moby. Let me bring it down here for a second. There is my Trade Like a Billionaire book. Oh, cool. All I had to do was just hit the button. Cool. All right, so I'm going to maximize this for a second. Let's go back. Let's check out what happened when we were doing the live stream on the 25th. These are all the major, this is the dashboard, right? This is the major prints from that day. Now, over here, we have all the prints. I just sorted it for the 25th above 400,000. Let's make it even bigger. Let's look at all the prints above $1 million. Okay, cool. Above $1 million, and now let's sort it by size. Other way. Okay, 8 million for bio-standard tools. Ooh, PCG. Nope, PSQ. PSQ right here. Let's look at PSQ, the ProShares short. If you don't know what a short ETF is, a short ETF goes down as the index, in this case, the QQQ, goes up. So then we look, okay, let's see of all of the history forever for PSQ, for recording information, let's sort them by size, the largest ones. What? The biggest print ever on PSQ was live during the webinar on the 25th at 30.85. Now, when the price goes down, right over here, right? When the price goes down, what happens to the index? The index goes up because this is short. It will only go up when the index goes down. Oh, look at that. Error on YouTube. They don't want me to show this. Now, since the 14th, over the past 11 days, 12 million shares. 12 million shares were traded. That's roughly 330 million. If we go below, this is going to move twice as fast down. That is going to, in turn, move the Qs higher, say up to 650. Do you see where I'm going? That one trade for Moby Tick could literally pay you for an entire subscription. I'm just going to go over here, grab this, share that with you. They are on Black Friday sale right now. I'm going to give you guys one awesome trade to check out that can pay for your software and pay for your awesome trades. 12 million, largest prints ever of PSQ for massive move, right? This goes back all the way to 2018, 2019. Since pre-COVID, there were never any prints this large. So it's either a massive move. If we go above 32, in my opinion, I would get out of tech stocks. I would go short and I would buy gold and silver as a hedge. My opinion. Do with it what you will. Okay, Let's go back to the Qs over here. Let's bring this back. Let's finish up the charts for the day. 617.50 and 614.80. Get ready for a crazy wild move on the Qs. Crazy wild move. It's going to happen. And you can use PSQ as your barometer to tell you where you think it's going to go, right? Right now we're above it. We're hitting new highs. I think we're going to see 700 by the end of the year, potentially on the SPY. I don't know why my thing is not over here. Oh, there it is. 682.50 and 681. 681, 682.50. We are green skies above. All right. Deer, Fish and Deer wants to see 4. Any other stocks, cryptos, anything else you'd like to see? Check it out. All right, let's pop this on. Boom. Negative right there. Boom. All right, 65, 66 for a day trade. I'm going to look back at yesterday's info because there's not that much volume yet for today. They're below, down at 70.16. I would say 71.20 or 72.20. All right. Wingstop. Wingstop had a bigger move up. This is lower float. It is above. Yeah, it broke out from that big money level. And for sure, this looks like as long as it can stay above 253.66, this is likely heading on up to 279. Yeah. All right, I hope you all have an amazing Black Friday. Remember, the market is going to be a abbreviated schedule today. So remember that with your trades. Don't get stuck thinking it's going to hold on until 4 o'clock. And watch the cover of The Economist. This is red, China. What China will dominate next? Maybe we need to look at FXI, Chinese stocks, JD, Baba. Baba is down today. Maybe they're buying. Maybe they're taking it down to buy. Let's think about it. Have a great one. Don't just have a good day. Have a great day. And I will see you all on Tuesday, not on Monday. Family obligation. I will see you Tuesday morning. Have a good one. Bye for now.